So what I'm gonna do is share my screen. Just bear with me here. I don't have rights yet. Nicole, can you give me rights to share the screen? I know we're probably having some technical difficulty, but I don't know if she can hear me. Nicole, can you make me co-host so I can share the screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Got a whole spiel to go over. Got a lot of stuff.
I was talking to some young people today, though, that yes.
Yes.
All right. So, guys, what I'm going to do is give you a high-level overview of what Prosperity has to offer. Then also talk to you guys about me and what I'm able to do to help you as a partner. Of course, our main goal is to take care of our clients and get them to have a great experience so they will refer people to us. And then also for us to do what we want to do, what we wanted to do from the beginning is help them get into a house. So what I'm going to go over today is who is PHM, who is Prosperity Home Mortgage. I'm going to go over our loan programs. I'm going to go over our processes, and I'm going to go over realtor tools that we offer. Because one thing about Prosperity is we are catering towards you guys to help you with your business. And I'm going to explain a little bit more in detail about that as we go through these slides. Okay. Now, who is PHM? First thing I want to say, we're Prosperity Home Mortgage. I am not Prosperity Bank. So don't get us confused with Prosperity Bank. Prosperity Home Mortgage, we are a direct lender. We're a mortgage banker. We originate, we process, we underwrite our own loans. What does that mean? That means that I don't have to go to anyone outside our company to get that loan approved and hope they approve it. Because we have in-house underwriters and stuff like that, we do make sense underwriting. I like to give the story of our client so the underwriter can review and set us up for the best possibility to get the loan approved. Prosperity began in 2006 and has 49 different states, 700 branches, local mortgage consultants, processing and underwriting. I tell a lot of my clients when they're talking to me and maybe let's say they were talking to another bank or lender and they're like, in another state or you get the best service from your local mortgage consultants. We're going to look out for your client because just like your reputation is on the line, our reputation is on the line. Just like you want to give that client a good experience, we want to give them a good experience. But if you work with a lender that's outside the state or they just one of those type of lenders, I don't want to say in their names, but I think some of them come to mind. They look at your client as a number, right? So that they can decline that loan and not feel bad about it because they're in a different state. Me myself, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get that loan approved. My answer for most of my clients is, I just can't approve you yet if it's a situation where we got to work on something to get them approved. I do conforming, jumbo, FHA, USDA, and down payment assistance. Prosperity loan programs. We work with first-time home buyers. I think you have to have that. That's something that's important to know about your lending partner. Are you experienced with working with first-time home buyers? Because we got to take care of our first-time home buyers and give them all the information they need so they can make an educated decision about working with us and getting that loan done. But our first-time home buyer program is only 3% down. Some first-time home buyers think you have to put 20% down on a home, which is not correct. It's not true. And if they qualify for some of these first-time home buyer programs, they'll get special credits to where they'll pay less to get into a home. I've had many clients where I got them into it cost them less to get qualified for a house than it was for them to rent a house. Jumbo loans. We have a jumbo loan program, which I love because a lot of people think you have to put 20% down on a jumbo loan. Jumbo loans are the loans that are higher than the conforming loan amount, which right now is it's over 700,000 right now. I don't have it in front of me, but I think it's 726,900 if my memory serves me. But we can do a loan that's above that 700,000 up to 750, and they only have to pay 3% down. They can do a jumbo loan at 850,000 or lower and only have to put 5% down. And this is for purchases, rate and term refinances, and cash out refinances. That's a great program because most lenders and different banks will make that client put down 15 to 20% on a loan of this size. I'm not sure if you guys heard about the 100% FHA loans. Have you guys heard about that? Well, the FHA, they have worked with Prosperity to where we can do 100% financing for a FHA client. What does that mean? Well, I know there's down payment assistance programs out there, but when the client does a down payment assistance program, they got to qualify for it. They can't make more than a certain amount of income. The interest rates are a little bit higher on the down payment assistance programs, and they got to buy a house in a certain area. But on this FHA Home Advantage program, if you look here, the program features a 0 down payment required. So they can get into a home using FHA and not pay anything down on the house because they're getting the assistance. If you look up here, it says you can get up to 5% of the home purchase price to help them with the down payment and closing costs. So if they're doing a $400,000 house, right, times 5%, that's $20,000 they can qualify for to cover their down payment and some of their closing costs. For FHA loan, you usually have to put down 3.5%. So 400,000 times 3.5%, that's 14 grand. So that's already covered with this program. And then the rest is for the closing costs. The thing I like about this FHA program, they don't have to be a first-time home buyer. That's another qualifier for these down payment assistance programs that you got to worry about. But they do not have to be a first-time home buyer. They can make as much money as they want to. There's no income restrictions, and there's no geographic restrictions. So they can buy a house wherever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or surrounding areas doing this program. This is a great program that I do for quite a bit of clients. We have VA loan program where we don't charge the veteran or the person who qualifies for a VA loan. We don't charge them any origination fee, and we do a complimentary appraisal if they qualify for it. That saves the veteran a lot of money. A lot of times, my VA loan is going to look better than the other lenders because we do not charge any origination fees. So my loan is going to cost them a little bit less. We have an uplift program. Uplift program, just to kind of explain this program, that's for those homeowners that have the credit needs a little work, but they still qualify for a house and they need help with the monthly payment or the interest rate. That's what the uplift program is for. And it's for our FHA and VA clients where they'll get a lower interest rate and fees, which will reduce their out-of-pocket and money monthly payments. I do down payment assistance loans. How many of us are familiar with down payment assistance loans? Have we done any of them yet? No? Okay. I'm one of those lenders that I get real strategic when it comes to a down payment assistance program. I try to get my client qualified. I try to get them some of that extra money so it's less money out out of their pocket. So if they qualify for down payment assistance, I always like to go over that with them. All right, bank statement loans. These are for my self-employed borrowers who can't prove their income on their tax returns. So they do a bank statement loan instead, and we'll figure out their income by looking at their bank statements for the last 12 to 24 months. For investment properties, we got investment programs. So if you have an investor that's looking to purchase an investment property, the one thing I want to talk about is this one right here, the third one, where it says buyer qualified based on the property's cash flow. What does that mean? Let's say we qualify them for a mortgage and the mortgage payment is $2,000 a month. We run them through our system, and it shows the money they're going to make off of rent is $3,000 a month. Well, they don't have to show me no income docs to do that investment loan, because we know that they're going to make money off of that investment property that's going to cover their mortgage payment. That's a good deal. So we can do that for conventional, and we do investment for jumbos. All right. Any questions on any of those programs? All right, y'all, easy. Okay, prosperity loan processes. I like to go over processes because this is how we take care of our clients and give them a good experience. Whenever you guys send me a qualifier or someone that's looking to buy a house, one of the first things I'm gonna do is of course have them do a loan application, and then I'm gonna go ahead and request upfront documentation, because I'm trying to do our Prosperity Express program. That's where we do everything up front. So by the time they find a house, we can get that loan closed fast for them, which I know you guys like to hear, because it helps you, get your client into their home quicker. This is an expedited loan process where we'll issue a commitment letter before they find the house. That can also help you when you make an offer on the house, because you can let the seller know that the house has already been conditionally approved. Everybody know what I mean by conditionally approved? Talk to me now. Okay, I see Lisa. All right, so conditionally approved. And once I give you that, you guys can shop with confidence. Now, I don't wait until the 2 to 5 days. If you give me a client and they are a good qualifier and I run them through the system, remember, I've been doing loans for over 20 years. So if they're a good loan and I can give you guys a pre-approval right then and there, I'm going to do it. And that's because that's when I get all the documents I need to verify everything we have on the application. And then I can give you that pre-approval letter so you can start shopping your client, right? Looking at houses. Because I'm not going to have you guys get a pre-approval letter that I'm not confident in, okay? Then also, while you guys are shopping, I'm working behind the scenes to do the Prosperity Express so we can get that commitment letter approval. And then I'll send you guys that later, maybe 2 to 5 days. I'll send the client that. And then that helps you guys with making offers, because now you got an underwritten approved client. Prosperity Express, I can do it on conventional loans, jumbo, FHA, VA, W-2, self-employed borrowers, any type of loan. What I'm going to do is work the file, submit it to underwriting, and get us a commitment letter approval. Another program we have is called Accelerate. Accelerate is when they do the loan application, right? Look at the bullet points. Client completes the loan application. Client authorizes us to pull credit. We'll link their bank account to an asset verification tool. So if the client is okay with them giving us their access to their bank accounts and 401k and stuff like that, we'll get that information digitally through our verification tool. Then we'll link their employment. Let's say they work at, the post office. We're going to do a work number digitally and get their income through that. And then we wouldn't need their tax returns. We wouldn't need their W-2s. We wouldn't even need pay stubs or bank statements. So basically, we got everything digitally approved without them having to give us anything. that's a good experience for your client. But they do have to give us permission to do it. And this program is only for our conventional and non-conforming loans. We can't do it on FHA, VA, USDA. But these are these cookie cutter loans that we get every now and then for a client that's ready to buy a house, ready to move fast. That's when I'll submit them to this. And for this program, once I submit the file, once I find out they qualify for it, it's going to go to a separate underwriting team, and they're going to get a letter from me stating that their application has been accelerated approved. That shows everything has been validated, and that's the same as a commitment letter. So what's the big deal about that? Let me give you a story. I had a client that called me on Sunday. They found the house they want to buy. They did the loan application. I said, well, in order for me to get you a commitment letter, let's see if we qualify you for Accelerate. They qualified for Accelerate, and I was able to give them a commitment letter pre-approval on Monday morning. And they were able to put the offer in on the house, and we closed it in 17 days. That's Accelerate. So some of my partners, they'll close in 15 days, but I always say 17 because that's the quickest I got one closed so far. And we'll give them this nice little certificate that shows that they have already been approved with Prosperity Buyer Advantage. A commitment letter has been issued to your clients, and it may allow them to shop more competitively and for the sellers to consider them. So which offer would you accept? A commitment letter approval or just a regular pre-approval? This helps you with your offers. So I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get them ready. Yeah, I'm gonna get them ready for you.
With that, yes.
And then you can shop with confidence and know that, you know, I've had them use these buyer advantage pre-approvals to negotiate and make show how their offer is better than a competitor's offer. Think about this, y'all. If your client is trying to buy a house, right, and it's, let's say, $350, beautiful house, you think they're the only person that's going to buy that property, that want to buy that property? No, they're going to have other people trying to buy that house. So by you showing that your client has already been pre-approved, you can even compete. Say compete. I can't talk right now. You can compete with the cash offer. Think about it. Because you've already been approved by the underwriter already. I think that's good. I'm just saying. All right. So the other thing that I want to talk about today is our tools. I know how many of you guys do listings and open houses? Not all at once.
Haven't gotten
it's been a while.
Okay. So if you do them, don't hesitate to reach out to me because I'll be able to help you do the flyer, you know, for the open house. We offer that. I don't know if Nicole offers that as well. But then also what I do for a lot of listings is we have this thing where I can do a website for you for that property. And then I'll send you the link to that website for you to share on your social media. Then that way, I want to share it on my social media too, because that way we get more eyes on that property that's being listed. And then it also keeps track of how many people clicks on it. So that's one tool that I like to offer to all my realtor partners. And then also we have the Prosperity mobile app. I don't know, do you guys have a mobile app that you use as well?
Prosperity.
Oh, you use Prosperity. That's a good mobile app, isn't it, Lisa?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because it helps your client. It helps your client when they're looking at houses. They can kind of put the numbers in there to kind of figure out what that monthly payment is going to be, right? And if you want to stay connected to your client, use the mobile phone app. For example, I had a realtor. She was showing her client houses. Her client, and it was during lunchtime. Her client went to work, went back to work. And one of her coworkers said, "What were you doing during lunch?" She said, "I was looking at houses with my realtor." "I'm thinking about buying a house." So that client shared the phone app with her coworker, because when we create this phone app for you, it's going to be your face on it, not mine. It's going to be your logo on it, not mine. And then they'll have access to the tools. Have you ever had a client that went ghost on you? What I mean by ghost is that you got them pre-approved, and then all of a sudden you stop hearing from them. You know, life happens, right? But if they're on that, if they have that mobile app, I will get an email, and you will get an email if they ever use it. So let's say 3 months go by and they start using the mobile phone app. I'll give you a call, say, hey, such and such is using the mobile phone app. She's been looking at monthly payments on a $350,000 house. And then that'll be easy for you to go ahead and give them a call and see if they need your assistance. So that's the mobile phone app. You can get pre-qualified through the mobile phone app. You can scan documents. So when we have a client that we're processing a loan with, they can scan their documents through the mobile phone app. If they don't have a scanner, they can use the mobile phone app, and it goes directly into their loan when they scan their paychecks, pay stubs, and all that other stuff. The calculator is great. They put the information in the calculator. It tells them how much they have to pay and what the down payment will be and all that other stuff. And then also you track the loan. So if you're on the mobile phone app and your client is on the mobile phone app, when we start processing the loan, you're going to get notifications on where that loan is at. For example, you'll get a notification when I submit it to underwriting. You'll get a notification when it's initially approved. You get a notification when the appraisal comes in. You get a notification when we're clear to close. And the phone app really helps you keep track of what's going on with your borrower before you call me. But you can call me though. I don't mind. All right, so that's the mobile phone app. And another thing about the mobile phone app, it's a fast click access to the agent and the mortgage consultant because I have our information in there. You can use your social media with the phone app, and you can have instant access to the loan pipeline. So if you got 3 or 4 loans with me, you can go ahead and look in the mobile phone app and see what's going on with them. Also, the post-closing. This is one thing I want to talk about real quick. After we close the loan with the client, we have campaigns where me and your face is going to be emailed to them annually for the next 5 years. We're going to do annual checkups. We're going to ask them for referrals via email. We're going to give them home tips. We're going to give them, we're going to answer questions concerning refinance and real estate. And then we can even send them, we're going to send them an email asking them if they're ready to move up into a second home or buy a second home. And this is the map right here, or this is the calendar. As soon as they close the loan with us, the next day, they're going to get an email saying, congratulations, with your face and my face on it. Then 45 days later, we're going to send them an email saying, hey, we're checking in on you. How's everything going? 4 months later, do you have any questions about your home? Do you have any questions about the neighborhood? And then at the end of the year, we'll send them a happy home anniversary email with your face and my face on it. That way, we'll be top of the mind, and hopefully they'll call you up one day and say, hey, I got a referral for you because, you know, they've been seeing all the information that you've been sending over to them. Any questions so far on that stuff? Well, as you can tell, we're here to help. I'm here to help. I mean, I use all these tools. And if any of you guys, after I finish doing this, if you're interested in becoming a partner with me like this, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to need your headshot and your logo. And then I'll give you the phone app. I'll get you connected on that. And then I will also get you connected we use a system called Goldmine. And you can pull up flyers and stuff and create them yourself. You won't even need me. Just create them and send them out to your clients whenever you need some marketing stuff. I think that really helps. So speaking of marketing, speaking of getting business, let's talk about getting pre-approvals. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about getting pre-approvals? How do you usually get your clients? Anybody got anything they like to share?
I just tell them if you're on the fence and you don't know where you are, the best way to figure out where you are is to talk with a lender.
Yep.
We don't
Yep.
know what you can do until you do. And so just bite the bullet, take that first step, even though you're nervous about it and you may be, scared to get it checked. But if you don't get it checked, you'll never know.
Well, and that's it. You got, as real estate professionals, we got to get that potential client motivated to purchase a home. And I think on my bullet points, I put on the realtor tools. I am your tool. Okay. If you got a client that's on the fence, just say, hey, do you want to talk to a loan officer? I got a loan officer. He'll be able to answer all your questions. Send them my way, because a lot of times they want to know what they qualify for. And, it's always good to talk about how so many people get in houses and stuff like that. But they want to know, okay, what about me? I want to know what I can qualify for, or what's in it for me if I do this process. And then my goal is to paint a picture about the process and how I can get them qualified. I got a ton of stories on how I can get them qualified. I had a client, I did a home buying seminar not too a while back. I was a single mom, and she brought her son with her. And I was asked to talk about home ownership. I wasn't scheduled. So the person who was doing the home buying seminar asked me to stand up and talk to them, the people about buying a house. So I started talking to them and got everybody kind of excited about getting qualified or getting pre-approved. And I kid you not, I went to my table at the end of the event, and I got that young lady pre-approved right then and there. Couple of things. She didn't know she could use her 401k for the down payment and closing costs. She didn't know that she could get into a house with a 620. I think her credit score was higher than 620, but she thought she had to have like 700 credit. And when I was able to get her pre-approved and we did get her into a house, her monthly payment was around the same payment she was paying on rent. Come on, Lisa, you hit it on the nail. I say that all the time. You may be closer than you think when it comes to buying a house. So when I got her pre-approved at that event, I kid you not, maybe 2 months later, she got a call from her landlord saying she has to move out of her house, the house she was renting. So I said, I don't believe in coincidences or cohappenstances. So I said, we already got you pre-approved. Now let's get you into a house. And like I said, she ended up finding a house paying around the same payment that she was paying to rent. That's what this is about. If she did not go to that home buying seminar, she would not have known she qualified for a house. So sometimes we got to go where they are to get the business, right? So let's talk about it. Let me see here. You always want to go where potential clients may go to get pre-approvals. Different events. I don't know if you guys get invited to stuff, but usually I try to go to different events. Number one, especially if it's good food and fun people, I go. And what do people usually ask you when they first meet you? What do you do for a living? I can't count how many times I got a deal like that. I was just looking for a house. Give them my card, and then I call them. But for you guys, you give me your card and then say, hey, can I have a loan officer call you? Use me as your tool or introduce me to them. Whichever way you like to do it. I have many clients or partners that will send me their client. They'll introduce me via text or via email. And then I start talking to them. And the next thing you know, I got them doing an application. Social media. That's another good way to get clients. I'm hearing a lot of people getting clients through social media these days. I'm working on getting a TikTok, but I got other social media, because the one thing you guys got to understand is that before people do work with you, sometimes they're going to Google you to see if see if they can pull up any information on you. But social media is good because I had a partner of mine. He said that he did he had a realtor event. He put it on TikTok and it had 3,500 views. And he said, I wouldn't even be able to pass out 3,500 flyers. So that's how we can use social media to our advantage, because on TikTok, it can, it'll give you the numbers on the people that clicked on it, to tell you how many people looked at that social media. I do the same thing on Facebook, and I do the same thing on LinkedIn. You got to let people know what you do for a living. So speaking of that, another way to get pre-approvals is your circle of influence. I don't know how many of you guys did this already, but when you got that loan officer license, not loan officer, but that realtor license, send a text to everybody you know. Hey, I'm super excited. I'm starting this new career. I'm doing real estate now. I'm here to help you with any of your mortgage needs, or if you have any questions. And then if they hit you back and have questions or whatever, and it's finance type questions, send them to me. I'll answer those questions for you. I'm going to take care of your client. Like I said, I'm going to treat them like I want to be treated. I'm a local guy, so I want to make sure that all our reputations stay intact, and we give that person the best service we can give them so they can become our client, right? Circle of influence is sometimes when you go to different events, like I think I was telling Nicole earlier, my wife is a makeup artist. So every now and then they ask her she has to go to weddings. So we go to weddings all the time. And I bring my business cards, because sometimes people do the same thing. Hey, what do you do for a living? And I say, I do loans. Now, the other thing too is I'm involved with those different organizations, remember? So sometimes these organizations, depending on which one you join, they'll get you out in front of the community. Think about it. I'm the president of a VA organization. And sometimes we're going out, we're around a whole bunch of veterans, and we're educating them on home ownership. And sometimes those veterans will ask me questions, and I end up getting them to go ahead and do an application. Use me as a tool to get them started with the process. That's all my contact information. Reach out to me if you have questions. If any of you guys are interested in becoming one of my partners, go ahead and give me a call or send me an email, and I'll go ahead and get that headshot and everything to get you started with me. I think it's important that we work together, because every now and then I'm gonna get a client that I'm gonna need to send. And the more we work together, the more we know each other, and we can send these clients to one another and get these loans closed. Just like I told Nicole, I'm here to help. And I want to be able to help you with your business. So at the end of the year, you'll say, Gary, help me get 25% of my business. And those are other things I like to offer. I got a ton of other classes. This one's kind of because all I